What is going on, everybody? Reverend Saint here, and today I have a video talking about the ASM1 after the patch in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I freaking love this gun now. I've always been a submachine gun player. In every other Call of Duty, I've always preferred to use submachine guns. Save for maybe like Modern Warfare 2, I think. I think I preferred using an AR in that game. But Modern Warfare 3, I love the PP2000, man. Or no, not the PP2000. That was Modern Warfare 2. The PP90. That's what I liked using. I called that my little lawnmower. I had multiple Moabs with that thing. I even had one where I got one without any attachments or anything like that, and I was so proud of that when I got it. I was like, yeah, man. It was on my worst map too. It was like that train station map. I can't remember what it was called. I was not a big fan of Modern Warfare 3, but I did play the crap out of it because it was the first game that they actually really started posting gameplays on, and I did the Road to Prestige on, got all the way to 20th, and reset, and got the second again, and I'm like, screw this, man, I'm done. But nonetheless, I played the crap out of that game, and I loved playing as a submachine gun. And Black Ops 2, I was all MSMC, man. That was my jam. I didn't even use the PDW when it was good. Like in that game, when the PDW was dominant at the beginning, before they patched it, I didn't even use that because I loved using the MSMC so much. Every game usually has that submachine gun that I love to freaking use, and for that game it was the MSMC. In Ghost, I used the MTAR and the Vector a lot. I preferred the Vector at the start, even though the MTAR was considered to be better. But I did start using the MTAR a lot because of competitive and wanting to do good and keep up with everybody. And then they buffed the Vector, I think, or they nerfed the MTAR, and everyone started using the Vector, and it was like you either use the Vector or the MTAR or the Remington. That was pretty much it for that game, sadly. And this one, it was all bow, man. It was all the bow, and that you had to use the bow. Well, you didn't have to, but like everyone was using it. I wanted to do good. I wanted to get good gameplays, and it seemed the best way to do that is using the bow. So I started doing that. Obviously, playing ranked, I was using the bow, and I don't know. I always loved submachine guns, but I had to use the bow for in my opinion. For some reason, I just had to use it. It was like almost out of the question to not use it. If you wanted to do the best, you had to use the best, it seemed. So I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh man, everyone's using it and I'm better so I'm gonna use like a weaker gun and do good with that. I could obviously do that, but I didn't want to do that because it's more work. The gameplays aren't going to be as good, so I was like, I got to use the bow. So I did, but now they've slightly nerfed the bow. It's still pretty much the best gun in the game. For some reason, they could have given it maybe like a hit to fire rate, and I think that would have made it just perfectly balanced, but they didn't do that. They just decreased the damage slightly overall, and I think at range, and then like adjusted the recoil or something like that, which I've not really noticed at all. So it's still pretty much the best gun in the game, but now it actually has competition. Thank God, man. I've been using this ASM1 since the day of the patch. Since the same day I uploaded that video, it was like right after that I started using the ASM1. I was like, I wanted to give it a shot. I love the style of the gun. It's like a Tommy gun. It's really freaking cool. I like the way it sounds and the way it looks, and I'm like, dude, I want to use it. And subs, you run so fast with subs in this game. I feel like a freaking like mock of Jesus just running down the aisles, man. It's awesome. I love using it. So here's my class that I'm using in this game mode. It's the ASM1 with the red dot, the laser sight, and foregrip, so I get that extra accuracy, or a little less kick, I mean, so I can get those longer range shots. And you can do that with this gun. It's really perfectly balanced, I feel, because you can get those long range shots if you're careful and you don't just spray it, but primarily it's going to be medium to short range for this weapon, which is good for most of these maps in this game, but there are a lot of situations like that one right there where it's just not the case. You're not going to be able to get the kill. And here's my perks as well. You guys can see that I'm using lightweight. I'm using flak jacket for some reason. I've actually taken to using low profile because of all these stinking UAVs people like to use. Gun ho, obviously, because I got that laser sight. I want to get those hip fires since I'm rushing in so fast. And then toughness and blast suppressor is a given. If you're not using blast suppressor, you're either just prestige or use a dumb, man. Use a dumb. So that's my perk setup. I'm using overclock, no kill streaks or anything like that, and obviously the wild cards to use 2 perks in those slots and then 3 attachments. But overclock, I like using that to get me to places a lot faster. An argument could be made for stim in pubs, but I like to just use overclock a lot just to speed everything up. But this gun, I just feel like I'm high flying, just attacking people, man. It's so much fun to use this gun. The accuracy's a lot better now. It does more damage at range, which is what the problem was. It was like, even at medium range before the patch, you could not get a kill with this gun. You could if you tried really hard and you were careful and you had the right attachments and setups and stuff like that. But it was just a pain in the butt. But now I feel like it's one of the most balanced guns in the game. It's 100% usable and contestable towards the bow. So I absolutely love it. This is my new favorite gun right now, guys. Be expecting to see a lot more of it. I go 19 and 3 in this gameplay, as you guys see. That's all I really wanted to talk about. It was just my love for this gun. You guys should give it a try. If you do, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.